there's about 2 rockhoppers behind. Another macaroni.
Oh. Hi.
This one's pickles. You can recognize it by your yellow bands on her.
Is it okay for us to touch them and stuff?
Yeah, some are really friendlier than others. Back of the head's always a winner.
Oh.
She's one of our older gals right there. So if they're in the mood, right now they're it's their off season, so they're not always this hungry. No, Bob's off for today. She had cataract surgery, so unfortunately she won't be coming in right now. So this is this is pickles. This is macaroni, long yellow continuous pressed feathers. Rockhoppers are a little smaller. I would say look for their eyes. They kind of look like they have straight yellow eyebrows. And if you do feed them, unfortunately, grab the fish like you mean it. This doesn't work. At first, give it a little push at the end. Are you going to eat today now? Because you're being a pain earlier. There you go, you're being a pain.
You're good.
Hold it here, the front of the head.
Here.
Yeah. Does she have cataract?
She had a breeding season injury. So, yeah, that's actually a skin graft over her eye.
Okay,
I'm
guys.
just going to
You're
sit
going
on
to
the
go to
floor.
the bottom of this bucket.
That's one of her babies.
There we go.
It takes them a full year to get the full pressed feathers.
What's that?
There you go.
That's a rockhopper.
That's a rockhopper.
She's one of our oldest ones. She's over 30 years old. She's actually one of our smallest ones too.
Hi. Oh, you want
Her
one
name
too?
is Tiny.
You want one too? Oh. You really have to, eat it. I don't.
Find like a tiny one, like.
You feed them again? You hold it near the head.
They all have individual nuances too, so
This one's a little cranky.
yeah, she's a hard one to feed.
Get it,
She's just a pain.
Yeah. Oh, it shouldn't happen.
This one's not really swallowing.
What are you doing up here?
Yeah, near the head. Yeah, there we go. That's perfect. Perfect. Okay, who wants this fish? Look at how nice.
Oh wow, there you go. Oh, and we rejected it. I'm trying to feed the little guy. So hold more at the base, and then just kind of.
The one with the, which one is the
Or
baby
that.
one?
Or they'll feed themselves.
Yeah, they're pretty good at feeding themselves as well.
What are you doing? Eat it. Swallow. This guy not.
Being special.
Stuck in there.
Being special.
It's like, I want this.
I
No.
want it, but I don't
On
want
second thought, no. I don't want it. Alright. You want to get fed?
Oh, we almost had it. We almost had it. There you go. There you go.
Got one.
Yeah, they actually have they have secondary eyelids. It's called the nicotine membrane.
There you go.
It's clear, so when they go swimming, they put that over the eye. And their eyeballs waterproof.
Oh.
Hi, baby. This is our other baby. Not so baby.
You don't want to shove it in your mouth. She's on one's head.
Come on. Open up. Open up, buddy.
The size of the fish, that's fine.
Want to eat?
You got your own baby? Yeah, that's fine.
It is kind of that season where they're like, I'm kind of hungry, but at the same time I'm not.
I mean, with like this one, they'll eat this whole thing whole.
Yeah, she'll
So-
eat it fine. There you go. You got it.
That's ridiculous.
Isn't it amazing?
Gazoon tight. It's like they eat it and then they sneeze and they're like.
Oh, I grabbed it. Sorry. There you go.
Try that one. I can't get it.
It's gonna be easier just to.
Well, if she
Yeah.
takes it, she's generally an easy one to feed.
Oh, which one? Is it because the fish?
Yeah. That's a good one.
I thought that. Is that better? Nobody wants.
Who wants? Come on, here's some lunch.
There you go.
Who wants lunch? Do you want lunch? Do you want lunch?
This is a pen. This is a chick. Yeah.
That's one of the babies.
That one? Yeah. The
That's
chicks
it.
are usually aggressive. Oh, sorry. Let's try it.
Okay, this one wants.
That's the way I go. I need help with the way I go.
Uh,
To a genetic test.
Genetic test is usually, after about 2 to 3 weeks of age, we'll do a blood test.
Nobody does it.
Feet size is usually something.
Come on. No.
Nobody likes it. Oh, you like that. You got her to eat that? She doesn't like me. You think she smells funny.
Oh, you gotta eat.
Here, you want one? There we go. Oh, that's good. That's good. Yes, I got one. Perfect. Okay, who wants
You want me to eat?
it? Oh,
Here.
you want another fish? Oh, you're so sweet. You're so sweet. I can take it. I know. There's nobody just like, hey, what's going on here?
Who wants?
Fair warning, it's about 4 to 5 times an hour. That's how many times they go to the bathroom.
Hey.
Since they eat that fish whole, it just comes out just quick. So they have a very aggressive digestive system.
That was hard to feed. Oh, here you go. Wow, that was great. That was great. There you go.
You hungry? Come on. There you go. Oh, this is for a little guy. You want a little guy? Come on.
What's that? Yeah, he needs a lot, Jay.
He's like, I want another one. Give me another one.
Is this aim good? Mary.
Here's a half one. Maybe
Mary.
you want half?
Hey, Mary.
No?
Yeah, I'll take that one.
Come on.
They're really, the consistency of the fish.
They are?
Yeah, they can feel the difference.
Come on.
Oh, I don't want to.
Do you want to eat it?
Do it as the right.
There it goes. Hey, Mary. Is this aimed right? Is this aimed good?
I can't
Yeah, they get
tell.
higher.
Put it down further. That way you're like,
You can eat it. You can eat it.
Did you eat it? It's just like
Kid
sitting
did.
there.
It's like, I want to eat. All right, who wants?
You ready?
Ah!
Now.
Where'd it go? Where'd it go?
touch it to the ring.
It's kind of the there we go. You gotta poke, you gotta, Mary, because what you gotta do is you gotta hold the head like this, and then you pretty much gotta point it into their throat. And then after
Give it a little
that,
push at the end.
yeah, after that it,
Goes right down.
yeah. Alright, who wants some? Whoa, you went under my legs.
There's a little bit of
You want some? Who wants some? Come on, here. Here you go.
No problem. No, I'm sorry.
Come on, open up. Open up, buddy.
Yeah, they're not quite sure.
Do you want some? Come on. Too big. Come on.
They're like, why aren't you feeding me? What was that about?
Me.
Oh, look at he's got a camera, a video camera. That's fantastic. I love that.
Eater.
Yeah, that one. I'm guessing that's the same one that was.
Ooh, put that out of my hand.
You want more? Eat up.
When you guys are feeding them, you can look closely at their bottom, their tongues. See how it kind of looks like little hairs and everything.
Yeah.
They're modified tongues to help them when they're actually in the wild or fishing. They grab the fish better that way. They're not as like strong as hooks, but that's what they use.
It's kind of like
This one's a little crooked. There it goes.
a little barbed or something.
Yeah, it's kind of like barb, but it's not really like barb.
You want some? Or do you want pets?
Yeah, because what they would do in the wild, they would grab the fish and they use that tongue to help them turn that fish around and eat it head first.
Who wants
They would eat live fish head first.
Yeah, like that. He was like confident. They got it very well.
Yeah. The reason they do eat fish head first is because the dorsal fin of the fish, on some species, that dorsal fin becomes sharp. And you don't want to eat it backwards because you don't want them to be stuck in your mouth.
I like this guy.
Please.
You can color
Yeah, I can basically just look at it.
Good
Good
job.
You're feeding opus right now.
Okay.
Opus.
Hey, little buddy.
Just being a little bit cautious.
You guys are fighting over fish in the mouth. Oh.
Yeah.
They're fighting over all that.
Yeah, that's gonna get first.
Oh,
What's that?
hey, Mary, hand me another one. Oh, or never mind. This guy's being noisy. Come on. Come on. Nom, 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 nom. You want to eat?
Do you guys know why all penguin species are white on the belly and black on the back? It's called counter shading. So when they're in the water, and if you're a predator coming from the bottom and you're looking up, the white into the sky blends them in. And if you're another predator from the top for whatever reason, maybe a seal or whatever, and looking down, you see the dark and the dark blue sea. So they just blend in. So it's just a natural difference.
All you needed, you finally won.
It's supposed to be blinking red, right, Bob?
Yeah.
Nice pile of photos.
So newcomers.
Yeah, we do like one at a time right now.
Okay. How far can you go up? Like,
There's a gate. Stop right at the gate.
stop the game.
Yeah.
Who wants some?
And hold on to the sides of the walls as well, so just for safety reasons.
I'm going to try and feed this little guy.
Hey, little guy. Put the little one in there. Oh, you want it flying out. Oh, yeah, you're the big one. I got a bite. I know you. Hey, you got two. Oh, okay, fine. I'll give you one too. Both in to be the first.
Now that one is now improved, so you need to get rid of that one, right?
This guy.
Yeah, usually.
Oh, this one. There's the one that's missing an eye. Hey, Mary.
There you go. You got the dog. Do you ever think you'd be petting a penguin?
No. I didn't know that you'd be able to. Yeah, with one eye.
Oh, good job, good job.
Yeah.
That was good, that was good. That's for the chip. Now, do you do that to make it more The chicks get.
And it depends on the male.
Yeah.
Once they hit that 4 to 5 year mark of sexual maturity,
Well, you don't want
then they
to-
become chirps.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to enjoy the moments. When they're
Right.
young.
What are you talking before they really get to be too jerky? And that's when they go into be teenagers, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, you acted like you were going to do it.
My dad's coming towards you. That's Podge. You might be a good one to feed. Yeah, he's sometimes an easy one to feed.
We keep trying to feed you and you don't eat it.
We were talking earlier, like, you don't actually hear the exhibit, so it's funny to actually hear them how loud they are.
Yeah, they're very vocal and very loud.
This one doesn't feel really hungry. Oh, there we go.
And they all like really friendly, I mean, like, man, like that. Like,
Hey,
Yeah, they're mostly.
I
I mean, babies especially.
here, give me a fish.
Yeah, he's the one that was actually on the shoot.
Oh,
It's gonna smell like
Oh,
fish.
he's there.
Oh,
Right now he is.
yes.
Smile.
Hey, don't be a jerk. Don't be a jerk.
They're all over the place.
Yeah. It's quickly becoming like
Yeah.
food frenzy.
Once you get up on the floor, you might lose your spot.
Yes, exactly. You step in your food. Someone else probably.
Yeah, after a while, there's just poo all over.
What's that? It's kind of bad.
Yeah, we try to straighten it out ourselves. The A chick and the B chick, both scenarios. This is that's Sassy and her sister Sweet Pea. And you can figure out who's A and who's B.
Here, Mary, give me a fish. Mary, give me a fish.
Yeah. And
Mary.
Sweet Pea.
Take pictures. This one keeps bugging me for.
And the bees
Hey.
aggressive one, right?
So this is probably an A.
That, I don't know, I gotta look at the records. They were from 2 different pairs, so I couldn't tell you if they're A or B right now.
Now it's kind of like hereditary, like the parents are more like, you know, having a pair versus
Come
a
on.
B parent, raising and then having an A or B child, then tone it down, like, give it
And
a
there's
aggressive.
something, to be honest, if it's a B chick and they have another B chick, those chicks tend to be much more aggressive. If an A chick, an A chick adult.
Yeah, watch out,
chick,
Mary, behind you.
They're not
There's
as
a.
aggressive, but there are some aggressive.
Yeah.
There's a lot of genetic.
Yeah, I was curious, like, if you cut, you know, you get a very friendly one that cuts out a
Mary.
Yeah. They would probably get a lot more mellow. And, but they,
I would say it takes a while.
it would take a while, but the cool thing about it too is because their population is based on that whole like genetic program. We'll get to a point where like that
Come on.
genetics would tell us like we shouldn't have it.
They're pretty good at that.
She's all talk.
Yeah, you gotta get kind of aggressive with them.
Yeah, I gotta kind of shove them in.
It's just once the head goes down their throat. Here, this is for a little guy.
The king kind of locked right by, like, you know, the gates at, like, you can stop.
You just pulled my
They're kind of
shirt.
curious.
Yeah, he did the same thing to me.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey, I want one. He just goes up to me and pulls my shirt till I give him the fish.
Aggressive petting, they were like, they had like the,
It depends.
like, I don't know you.
Yeah, it's one of those I don't know.
Can I keep my head out there?
Yeah, by all means.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
This guy seems to want your attention.
That's kind of, oh, hello.
Where's the itty bitty guy?
You're just a little taller.
Hey,
Okay.
here. Come here. I got a little one for you.
All right. Well, then.
Yeah, she's a hard one.
She says she wants it.
Yeah.
Come on.
And she gets mad at her sister for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Those guys are siblings. Those two are siblings from two different years, though.
Watch out, you got one behind
Chaz
you.
was hatched out in 2005, and then Margot was hatched out in 2004.
It's amazing you can keep track of how they are. You're here every day, so.
Yeah.
But
You recognize them?
It's just little nuances that I can pick out. I mean, Chaz and Margot look exactly like their mom. I can easily tell you that. But the difference between the two is, if you look at Margot's going up the door. She gets like a comb over.
Yeah, I saw that.
She gets it back every year. It's so weird. She gets like a comb over and feathers. And then, yes. And then dots. There's dots on the like the chest feathers that they'll come back every year. Olive was over there. You can see the dots on the
Yeah, I
chest.
saw that.
It comes back every year.
Feel like a baby.
Yeah.
Like the skin and that.
Yep.
They have, so it's like, oh, you can come back to get more parts.
Oh, look at that. That was so sweet. Where's my camera? As soon as I get my camera.
You know,
Get it. Do you not want this?
It's amazing how something like this
You are the most picky little eater ever.
The big actual glue on it too.
Oh, you're my friend.
how can you know?
Yeah, it is so soft.
Feather densities do vary with the species as well. But a lot of those species are not as densely feathered as opposed to these.
Is this the newer one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
they didn't have like a growing like after
It takes a full year.
You
That's
look.
another media evolutionary trait too. Is so the first
You can't run away.
These guys molt earlier than we molt. The reason they molt is because they molt together with the newest chicks. So when those chicks are losing the down feathers and growing the adult feathers, these guys are molting at the same time. Then they all go to the ocean together. They teach the chicks like it's time for us to fly.
So were those the Rockhopper ones?
Yeah, these are all right.
Yeah, because
They're smaller.
They're head baby.
spiky.
Yeah, spikier.
You can find a smaller one for the small.
Look at this.
Come on.
There's about 80 different
Right.
species of penguins in the world, and most of the subspecies are variants of the rockhoppers. I always joke around, it's like when they have hair day, they become a new species.
Yeah, this one has a particular flourish on it.
Yeah.
It's actually hair. They definitely don't think that they're that loud, like just for this exhibit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're really quiet.
That's the one of the foghorn.
Okay, yeah.
I'm trying to find a tiny one for you because you're picky as hell. Yeah, I'm trying to. There we go.
These guys are not. That's the difference between all different
But you just want pets.
most flight
This one is
birds
my
and all those.
favorite. Oh, you're
These
so
guys are
nice.
actually more similar to us.
Nice. Oh, you're a king.
The reason being is they don't have to fly, but they need the dense bones to swim. Keeps them much denser in the water.
I do this.
The also difference between flighty birds and penguins, flighty birds actually have a single keel. They have like a really prominent keel so that the flight muscles can grab onto it and have longer flight muscles. These guys are double keeled. They actually have two breastbones.
Come on. Eat up, buddy.
And they have technically single one breastbone, but they have a couple of bones that come out from the chest like that too as well.
See that little guy. Come on.
other birds have like hollow bones. I don't know if like that's a common trait with like birds in general.
All bird species that are mostly, other than the penguins, they are mostly all hollow bones. And they actually have organs that go inside the bones to fill with air.
Here, you get a bigger one.
I didn't know that.
And I believe, don't quote me on it, but the rat types like the ostriches, the eaves, and all that stuff, I think they're technically hollow.
You want little ones?
Yeah, can you get more pictures?
Where's your camera? Where's your camera?
I can't tell.
That's
I don't care. I'll just wipe it off my phone.
No, I know. I'm just kidding. Trying to get his.
Yeah, I'll take that one. That'll be hard to keep above my head.
Get that?
Yep.
This is your back massage, little man. What?
What's the one we got? There's a few of them that were.
They have some good ones of you. Yeah, I can get it where they have more birds than me.
Here, it's like Mary.
Spit it out. Yeah, you got more birds than me. You don't want it?
Go.
One of the babies is actually the fourth generation that I've gotten to see. So when I first started 14 years ago, the baby's official great-grandpa was here. And then he sired a son. No, it was the grandpa. He hired a son, sired a son. And then when Cleveland was closing down, the grandpa came to our institution. So we had the grandpa, the great-grandpa, and the dad, all here at once, and then the dad, which I was one of the first meetings I got to him.
Oh, that was a projectile, though.
He started.
Do that?
Yeah.
Like in a female life cycle, what do you make?
It's these species, these guys, they will run away. That's it.
Kind of got a.
No. They continually can lay
Yeah,
eggs.
that's what I'm saying. Like, do they,
Yeah.
every year they're trying to lay eggs?
They can generate until the day they die. They can always generate an egg. The problem is it's harder with age. Their eggs become a little, they're fragile, they become frail. It's more of a dependency process. It's not like in human form with the, females, they only have so many eggs.
No.
No. These guys can constantly generate eggs.
Here, give me Mary. Try and give me a smaller one for these
And
guys.
like in humans, the males and the human species, they can keep going until they die.
For that one.
Yeah.
We have a male female, it's about 46 years of age.
How do you, like,
Yeah, that's why you gotta choke up on them.
mating process, like,
What's that?
the mating process.
It's not a pleasant thing to watch.
No, it's not hungry.
I think they're more interested in.
I hate to describe it, the females lay down, the males get on the top, put their feet on their back, and then they have to meet two holes somehow.
Here you go.
Their body forms of like.
Doesn't seem like it works.
Yeah.
But it does. It also helps they pair off together in each breeding season, so we know who's who. So we can tell you who's like this side or this side. If you ever see these guys in the wild, one little trick you can actually make sound pretty smart is when you're in the wild, they're like, if you go during breeding season, it's much easier. They're like, if somebody asks you, how do you know if it's a male or female? So you just look in the population and look for the ones with the prints on their back, the dirt prints. And then you're like, oh, that one's a female. It is true, and it's no joke, because it's so muddy, and then they breed during a lot of the wet season. You'll see like footprints on top of the feet, just like the back area.
That's one way to tell them apart.
Yeah.
Those cute penguins are so beautiful. You got it.
We can do this.
You got it. Yep, that's my ball. There you go. There you go. Oh.
Yeah, she gets irritated when she's up here. It's almost like an asthma attack. And she only does it when she's in this room. She'll occasionally get it out in exhibit, but generally she doesn't.
Right.
I think it's more of a stress.
You're married.
Wait a minute, my baby. What do you want me to do? Oh, those babies. Hi, baby. You want to eat one? No. Piggy baby. Piggy, piggy, piggy.
It's just like
This one's.
saliva and spit, juice that sprays out of their mouth.
They do have, also most seabirds too have a natural process of getting rid of salt. But occasionally too, they'll just do that spray. I've been out there and they get it in your mouth and you're like, oh God, it's salty. It was worse though when I started about 10 to 15 years ago, we used to give them salt pills. Because they thought they had salt on it, they need salt. But they finally did some nutritional studies and said, no, they don't need that extra salt. They get enough salt from the fish if they need it. But when they were giving those salt pills, they would exude a lot more salt, and it's just like, oh, disgusting.
He just squirted.
Oh,
They don't give you a warning, just let you know. It just happens.
You got one jumping up behind you, Brent.
yeah, he doesn't. He's jumping up and down. She,
This one just.
During the feed, she'll jump on my back. She'll jump all the way to my shoulder, and then she starts scooting down, like, to get closer. She's like, feed me now. And then when she's done, she'll go right back up my chest, over my shoulder, to get back in the rock.
okay. We still love you. You okay, do it.
Be nice.
That's a baby. Are these babies girls or boys?
That's a boy, and the other one's the female.
Wants a fish.
Come
Come here.
Just drop her out. Brent can understand that.
Come on.
I'll make you a picture. We're getting pretty close
No, I
to the
assume
bottom.
100% of these are the breeding in captivity.
Uh,
Opposed to.
we're getting there.
This one.
We still have some wild caughts. Bean's a wild caught, Dottie's a wild caught. So they're about 30. But they sired offspring as well.
Is there a big difference in behavior between wild
No. One of she passed away a couple years ago, but Nosy, she was a wild caught one.
Oh, no.
Sweetest thing ever. She fell asleep in your lap.
Yeah.
And she was wild caught.
Was she wild?
Yeah.
Oh, she was so sweet. She was my favorite.
And then you got Diego, who was parent reared from San Diego, who is a jerk.
Yeah. Yeah, he's No, he was my favorite.
Oh, you just got. You got poop all over your chest.
I mean, Bug too. Bug was a wild caught. She's a sweet one.
Who?
Bug.
Bugs wild caught?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a sweetie. Usually we take her to the side though. People
Hey,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't be a little jerk.
Oh my God, like a little bug. Yeah. So who wants a fish? Somebody wants a fish, right?
So I mean, how do you, I guess when you're going through and you're feeding them, I mean, do you normally is it doing a hand feeding like this, or do you just kind of throw stuff out?
Yeah,
to
we
them?
hand feed them at about 10:30.
Okay.
Each bird we hand feed.
Okay. So you make sure that they get the certain.
Yeah, we make sure they get their, allotted number that they need for sure. Make sure everybody's getting what they point where we get the dividers as well.
Okay.
That's one thing we make sure they get dividers every
Drop the
day.
bills in the fish.
Yeah. The cool thing about the fish, actually, there's an actual gill cavity. We'll put the head back a little bit and stick it right in the gill. So anytime we have to give medication, yeah, we'll stick the gill.
You're like,
Yep.
well, let me see this.
We'll stick, yeah. Anytime we have to give medication, we'll stick it inside the fish
This
as
one
well.
marks like, oh, yeah.
She's like, I'm shot.
Oh, I went through almost all those fish.
So do you
What's
know,
that?
I said, oh wow, I went through almost all the fish.
Yeah, that's actually pretty good this time of year.
do you know if that baby giraffe is exhibiting?
I'm not, probably not with the rain and everything.
Yeah.
Probably opposite.
Do you think that they could go in the house and see it?
I think you can see him still inside.
Yeah.
I think so.
There's a little giraffe that, how old is it, 3 months?
More than that, I think.
More?
Maybe half a year. 6
6
months.
months, yeah. It's still very small.
Yeah, it's still very small.
Yeah.
Compared to.
Right.
I think you still can see him. I think if they put it with the female, I think we're together.
That would be so sweet. So if you get back there, you can go around the side of the exhibit and there's a house.
Okay.
And you can go and there's a view
You're
here.
fitting 3 months this morning.
Yeah, it's kind of like you said. You gotta choke up on them, and then just make sure that you get the head in their throat. And then after that, you kind of just go get in there, and then they go. They're like, all right, I guess. Well, no, because then my head's pointing down. It's gonna point down at my crotch. Like here, put that so it'd be pointing like here. That's still too far down, I think. Mary, you gotta like point it so it's like this. Is that? That looks like it's pointing.
The arrow to his eyes, right?
Yeah, you kind of want it to be. So at least I know that.
So wherever he looks.
Yeah. I just have to try and look forward. That's always the pain in the butt part about these. Is that at least this version it doesn't have a screen on the back, but there's the newer versions they have Wi-Fi, so they hook up to your phone.
Yeah. So you hook up to your phone and then you can see, you can hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Because that's I still want to get one of those, but it's just like I've already got a couple of these type cameras and stuff. I use it for racing. For racing, we put it in the car and start record stuff because these are they're better for like shock and vibration and that kind of stuff.
Oh, better get that one fit. Meat tummy.
You want some? Here, come on.
Should we get a group photo?
You give her a photo.
Can Mike get a group photo?
Hey! Alright, you want some fish? This guy wants some fish.
Where do you guys want to do the group?
Maybe.
I don't think the young ones want to eat. I think
Yeah.
So you guys can punch together. Punch together at the same time. Mike, get in there too. You need to get in there. That's good. That's good. Okay. Excellent. Okay, very good. And here. How are you? See, we did a pretty good job. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. That's always my goal. Okay.
Come on, who wants some food?
Yeah, it's okay if you don't finish the bucket. Oh, yeah. This time of year.
Hey,
Yeah, young ones are pretty aggressive.
They can be.
hey.
I want this all to myself.
It's one of these rule the roost type things, you know.
So what is that display?
I'm just more amazed that the little guys can just eat.
Happy? Is it happy display?
Yeah.
Oh, where's the happy?
How waxy and
No. I wonder if that was just the loader.
I'm ignoring you. You guys might not notice, but I'm ignoring you. I'm happy, please.
How hard is it to get them all back down?
Never come.
They'll just leave.
They'll leave on their own.
Yeah.
And then they're pretty good about it when I turn on that hose. They're like, he's cleaning, they'll run out.
Yeah.
Now, if Bug was here, Bug will just stay there and you can stay there. She's like, I'm not leaving. She's like, I love this. I'm like, you're weird. Okay.
Nice job.
All right, fine. You want more?
Beans is tough to get out
What are
sometimes.
those two young ones names?
The names of the young ones, we don't name them yet. They take forever. Like this guy's like 3 years old and we're finally like, okay, let's name him. We call him Cy because he's only got one eye. So Cyclops. His hatchmate, she's not in here, but we didn't name her because she was really, her hatchmate, he's the he, and then his hatchmate. We didn't name her because we knew she's getting sent out to another zoo. We're like, So she hasn't had a name for 3 years.
Was he born with one eye or something like that?
At 2 days old, he did it himself. He actually turned around and he started scratching up here and took a nail to it. When they're young, their nails are just sharp. Took the eye, destroyed it. That just been nucleated at 2 days old. He's been fine since 3 years old now. I missed it. My daughter was born the same when they were hatching up, so I took maternity, so I mentioned the crazy.
But you guys have an on-hand like doctor for that type of?
We have 3 vets that are full-time here.
Vets, yeah.
Yeah.
Think of vets as like
What do volunteers do here?
At the Penguin area, the biggest involvement we have of a volunteer, the highest thing we get is Sheila. She's one of our top dolphins, and she comes and does these beagles. But generally, you do education.